author of Greater Thoughts, is also a motivational speaker and a mind coach, helping you to untrap your mind. In order to elevate your team, your organization, or your business, visit Robert Collins on theuntrappedmind.com or follow him on Instagram at greater7thoughts. That's greater, the number 7 thoughts. Robert Collins says, all success starts with a thought. Now turn that thought into action and go be great.
Above the noise, let positivity reign. Each step I take, I conquer fear and pain. Greater thoughts echo through my mind. Uplifted, I soar, leaving shadows behind. Each word I speak, transforming my fate. In this untrapped mind, I am truly great.
Good morning, good morning. It is your host, Mr. RC. You have just tuned into the Greater Thoughts Morning Show. Once again, I realize you could be doing anything in the world with your Thursday morning other than sitting here with me, listening to me on your ride to work, listening to me while you sit at home, listening to me wherever you are in the world. And I just thank you. My gratitude is with you. I say that all the time. Listen, it's Black History Month, y'all. And this is the last Thursday of Black History Month. And I do want to share a few things with you. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I had a show planned, but it doesn't seem like that it's going to come together. Unfortunately, the person that I have for you guys today is not going to make it into the building, and I'm not going to put them out there on why they can't make it. They just can't make it. So you with me today. So that's good. That's good. I have a show that I just thought of, and we're going to talk about it today. We're going to really dive into it. And before I do that, I do want to bring up a few facts. It's Black History Month, y'all. So I want to mention a few names that are not the names that you normally hear. I'm going to start with Mark Dean. Mark Dean's still living. He was born in 1957. Mark was a computer engineer who co-created the IBM personal computer and developed the color monitor. So there you go. That's one for you, because kids don't know anything about that green screen. We used that when I was growing up, the green screen. Here's another one. Bessie Coleman, 1892 to 1926, the first African American woman and Native American descendant to hold a pilot's license. There you go. That's a good one. So anybody that's telling you that you can't be a pilot because you're a woman, they lied. Bessie Coleman did it. So if you're a woman and you're thinking about becoming a pilot, know that it is possible. There are plenty of women pilots. And if you're interested in being a pilot, search out somebody that's a pilot. Aletha Gibson, 1927 to 2003. She broke the color barrier in tennis in the 1950s, becoming the first black player to win a Grand Slam. So we all think about Venus and Serena when we think about tennis and black women. But let me tell you, you had Aletha Gibson before they even came around. Here's another name for you. Alexander Lucius Twilight. And he was believed to be the first African American to graduate from an American college, Middlebury College, in when? I know y'all wondering, how long ago was this? 1823. So let me tell you, we've been graduating from college, y'all. This ain't nothing new, black people graduating from college. We've been doing it. Wendell Scott, 1921 to 1990. The first black driver to win a major NASCAR race and the first African-American team owner. You heard that. The first brother to own a NASCAR team. So, when we get into a thing, y'all, we go in and we fight hard and we come to be, the cream of the crop. We work our way up in that thing. And so those are some of the names that I wanted to just share with you all today for Black History Month. I like to have a Black History episode, but this episode today is going to be a little bit different. This episode is, let me tell you, it came off the heels of me and my wife going to a retreat this past weekend. Big shout out. She's been on my show, Miss Rachel Joy Barbeau. If you have not listened to the episodes with myself and Rachel, you need to go and tap back in. It is on my YouTube page. That is the Greater 7 Thoughts on YouTube. Go back to there and go find the episodes with Rachel Joy Barbeau. She talked on there about having a retreat, and I went, and it was wonderful, y'all. It was wonderful. But in that retreat, we talked about money, finances. We talked about marriage, relationships. We talked about, let me go back to this one real fast. In the conversation about money, we had a brother by the name of Jeremy Newsom. If you're not familiar with him, you guys look him up on Instagram, tap in. Very knowledgeable about how to obtain and maintain wealth. But he brought up a book that it was that is one of the most probably purchased books in history. Think and Grow Rich. You don't know who that is or about that book, Napoleon Hill, go get that book. So I want to share that we also spoke about our mindsets because I actually had an opportunity to speak there as well. We spoke about um this was a tough one. We spoke about relationships and violence in the relationships. And I don't want to try to really dive into this story right now, but there's a young lady there that told her story. And look up the program called Rise out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and learn about the lady that started that foundation for domestic abuse. Very, very, very powerful story. I don't even want to begin to tell her story today because it's too much. And it's emotional too. I won't even lie to you. It's an emotional story. So go look up the lady that started the Rise, RISE Foundation in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I won't tell you anymore. I want you to go look her up. Very powerful story. Now, it brings me to where I am today in my thought process on what I'm going to talk about. And before I tell you the title of the story, the episode today, I'm gonna just say some things and see if I can't come down your road. You know, I like to speak about things and then see if I can come down your road. And I normally I'm pretty good at this, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've learned to be pretty good at this. Live, live, live. Don't die. Please don't die. Death. It's come and it's taken away a person that you love so dearly. Whether it be a mother, whether it be a father, whether it be a cousin, whether it be a brother, whether it be a sister. The thought process was when you found out about them that they can't die. They have to live. They can't leave me now. They can't leave us. I need him. I need her. His children need him. Her children need her. Live, please don't die. But God had a plan and it was not for them to stay here. Please don't hit me. Please don't beat me. Please don't torture me. Please don't cheat on me. Please don't haze me. That's the thought process that the adult woman has. That's the thought process the adult man has. That's the thought process that the college freshman has. Please don't talk to me that way because I don't understand it. Please don't spank me because I don't understand it. Please don't curse me out because I don't understand it. Please don't leave me here by myself because I don't understand it. That's the thought process that the young child has. That's the thought process she has. That's the thought process he has. That's the thought process that the young child is feeling. Mom, Dad, please don't leave each other. This is all I know. Mom, Dad, please don't fight in front of me because I don't understand it. Mom, Dad, please don't treat me the way you treat each other because I don't understand it. That's the thought process of the 10-year-old boy laying in his bedroom with the pillow over his head. That's the thought process of the young girl that ran into the bathroom so she can escape what she's hearing and what she's seeing. Let me ask you, at what age was it that these things occurred in your life? At what time was it that when you realized that mom was getting beat by dad? Mom was so upset with dad that she decided to not let you see dad. What age was it when the young boy up the street decided that you should be the punching bag? That's what the young man's thought process is when he thinks about his childhood. What age was it? Let me get raw with y'all. What age was it when the young girl realized that her cousin wasn't supposed to be touching her that way? What age was it when the young boy realized that the young man wasn't supposed to be touching him that way? What age was it? What time of day was it? What was going on in your life at that time? What happened to you that you still remember like it was yesterday? What happened when you went and told someone and they decided that it was best for you to keep it to yourself? What happened when you went to bed at night and cried yourself to sleep? Did you get any rest before the next day? Do you still go to sleep right now thinking about who it was and why they did it to you? Were they doing it to you, I ask? Or were they doing it to themselves? And you just happened to be the one that was there to receive? Is there a forgiveness that you need to allow yourself because you were in a place, in a spot, in a position, at a time that it would have been anybody, but it happened to be you? And because it happened to you, you've never allowed yourself to have the grace, the forgiveness to and for yourself that it would have happened to anybody, but that just happened to me. And I have a story to tell, but my story has never left from inside of me. I have a story to tell, and I've come out of it, but my testimony has never been spoken. What I'm talking to you about today, y'all, is everything I mentioned is now of your past because it's not happening to you right this second. It's all of your past. So what I'm asking you is, today, what version of you is showing up? That's deep, y'all. What version of you is showing up? Have you gone to get counseling? See, I start class on Monday because I chose to be a peer counselor. And that's another, piece that I'm putting under my belt. But I want to be able to help people that are going through some of these things that have never had an opportunity to heal. And so what I've been thinking about is, what version of people has been showing up? And this is a deep one, y'all. I think about myself and I think about what version of me shows up. Does the version of me show up where I saw unhealthy parts of my parents' relationship? What version of me shows up when I think about the losing of family members? What version of me shows up when I think about unhealthy relationships that I've been in? What version shows up of me when I've had unhealthy times with my siblings? What version of me shows up when I've had unhealthy times with so called friends? What version of me shows up when I think about the time that I had a gun put to my head? What version of you shows up? And if I've given myself grace, if I have forgiven myself, if I've allowed forgiveness to and for those who have wronged me, as the word tells me, being good to them is like heaping coals on their head. And I'm paraphrasing. But I come to think and learn and hear this past weekend that forgiveness, true forgiveness, and I'm about to drop some stuff on y'all right now. True forgiveness. What do we say? Before I even talk about true forgiveness, what do we say? We say often. I could forgive them, but I ain't got to be around them. I could forgive them, but I ain't got to talk to them no more. I could forgive them, but I don't have to let them know or be on the phone with them. That's the one. I don't have to be on the phone with them. I could forgive them, but they can't come over my house. I could forgive them, but if y'all have something and they invited to me, let me know so that I don't show up. There's all types of way we call ourselves going to forgive someone or some people. Sometimes it's a group of people that have done us wrong. So when we talk about true forgiveness, it was mentioned by a gentleman, Mr. Shannon. I'm going to say his name, Mr. Shannon. He's out of Atlanta. He's a great marriage coach, he and his wife, Miss Shirley. But he mentioned that when we go to God for forgiveness and we look at God to forgive us, that forgiveness that we're asking for from God is for one purpose: reconciliation. We want to get right with God. That's why we ask for forgiveness. We want to get right. We don't want him to hold us out of his grace, hold us out of his mercies, hold us out of his blessings for our lives. We don't want him to hold us out of the abundant life that he said that he has for us. So when we do get forgiveness from God, it's for reconciliation. So now, how many of you that have been through some of those things that I spoke of earlier, because I know some of you have been through more than just one, how many of you are really truly saying, God, I want your forgiveness, but then not giving forgiveness to people that have wronged you in those different ways? And so when I talk about that, I'm talking about the reconciliation, the fact that you're going to forgive them and allow them to be in your life still, even though they did something wrong. Whew. Let me say it again. Woo! That's tough, y'all. That's tough. I can think of times that I've been in fights and I come out on the winning side. And in that, have the people forgiven me and we've been able to maintain a relationship afterwards. I think about the people that I've had do me wrong and have I forgiven them? You know, that's one that I never thought about in the sense of reconciliation. Who do we truly forgive? Do we forgive our spouses? Do we forgive our siblings? Do we forgive our friends? Do we forgive the person that's driving down the street when they throw the middle finger up as you go past because you were riding fast and they were upset because you was driving fast? You didn't even have to be behind them. You could have just been on the side going past, but they unhappy because they caught behind somebody else, so they throw you the bird. Do you forgive them? You'll never see them again. Maybe you'll see them at the next time you stop at the gas station. Will you say something to them about the middle finger? Will you let them go? The question is, what version of yourself is showing up? So let me give you understanding. If you are that child that was abused emotionally and physically by the kid down the street, and something occurs in your life that reminds you of that situation, who shows up? Is it that abused, that battered child? Or is it the adult that has overcome? If you are in a relationship and the relationship turns for in the direction that you were unexpected, does the person show up that was cheated on? And so now, before anything can happen, you're self-sabotaging your new relationship because of old ways of thinking or feeling. Let me ask you, who shows up when your spouse spends more money than you thought that they should spend? And you think about the fact that when you were coming up, your mother or father took your money that you worked hard for, or your brother or sister took your money that you worked hard for. Or here's one for you. You're an adult and now you carry a space where you can help somebody else out. But because you felt that nobody helped you growing up, do you still open up your doors and help people? Or do you make them victim of what you've been through in your past? Are people victims of your past that know nothing about your past? What version of you shows up? So with that being said, I want to encourage you to get counseling if you need it. Talk to somebody. Especially, let me tell you, the number one thing I feel that a person can do, notice I said I feel. The number one thing I feel you can do is talk to the person that hurt you. Let them know how it felt when they did A, B, and C. That right there is a peace and freedom that will just change your life. It will change your life. It will change the way you see things. It'll change the way you help people. It'll change the way you view things. When you go and talk to the person that or the persons that hurt you, too many times we let them off the hook by not telling them how we feel. And let me tell you, sometimes it takes for you to build up courage. Courage doesn't mean that it doesn't strike you in a way that you are uncomfortable with. It means that in the sight of what could be fear, which is, I like to say it, false, you know, it's not happened yet. It's what was false evidence appearing real as they say in the acronym. But something that hasn't occurred yet, you've already placed it in front of you. But if you were to go and say something, it will free you. And you know what? It might free them too, because they've probably been holding on to it for a long time, knowing that they did you wrong. Always wondering how you feel about them. Always wondering if you would forgive them if they were to mention it. Then they may be even hoping that you don't remember. But the fact that you go and speak to them could free you and them. And then there's that reconciliation that comes. What I'm talking about is, how are you showing up? I really want you to just take some time today and think about how you're showing up. Let me say this. Some of us have been told we can do it, you can do it by everybody. And then there came a time where the person that was telling you that you could do it decided that their life experiences have weight and your life experiences will be like theirs, or someone else that they knew that was trying to do what you're doing. And so now they tell you you can't do it. Well, I don't know if you can do this because so and so tried it and when they tried it, it didn't work out. Or, when I was growing up, I tried this too. But when I tried it, man, it didn't end up with nowhere but failure. Let me tell you something. That was their lived experience. It does not have to be yours. Matter of fact, it is not yours. Let me say that again. It is not your lived experience. You need to live your life, have your experience, and don't say you trying. Go do, y'all. I'm going to tell you, I say this to people all the time, especially the youth when I talk to the youth. Trying. I'm going to try. I was talking to a young man the other day. I was telling him, listen, I want you to get ready for football season. I want you to do 100 air squats, 100 sit-ups or crunches, 100 push-ups, and 150 calf raises. And he said, I'm going to try, Coach Rob. I said, no, no, no. Either do it or don't do it. Don't tell me you're going to try, because the only thing you're using try for is to turn around and have to use as an excuse on why you didn't complete it. And I believe in you, and I know you can complete it. So you make a decision on when you're going to do it and go and get it done. But I'm going to tell you, in the book, Greater Thoughts, I've laid out a blueprint for people. And I just want to give you guys some of the insight. And the first thing I want you to do is visualize yourself. Visualize yourself having that conversation, that tough conversation. And when you visualize that conversation, have it go the way you want it to go. Don't have it go in a bad way. Start seeing yourself in the light in which you desire to live. You do not desire to live under the thumb of oppression. Let me say that again. You do not desire to live in the life live in the life of under the thumb of oppression. Stop allowing your past to oppress you today. So I want you to start visualizing the positivity that goes along with your life. Visualize yourself in the position that you want to be in today. And then I want you to carry that emotion, the emotion that goes along with being successful, the emotion that goes along with being happy, the emotion that goes along with being without stress. Let me say that because some of us don't realize that a long life has a lot to do with not carrying stress every day, all day, waking up in stress, going through your morning with stress, going through your afternoon with stress, going through your evening with stress, going through your night with stress, going to bed with stress, worrying about things you don't control. Say that again. Worrying about things you do not control. Those things that were in your past, let them stay there. Most of the struggles that most of us deal with are from 15 minutes of very, very high stress, controlling 15 to 50 years of our life. What version of you is showing up? We're going to change that version. We now are going to speak. So we talked about visualization. We talked about emotion. Now we're speaking. We're going to speak with power, y'all. I am no longer a victim of my circumstance. I am no longer stuck behind the old way. I am no longer being beaten. I am no longer being hit. I am no longer being abused. I am no longer being stressed. I am no longer living a life in despair. I am now prosperous. I am happy. I am walking the life of joy. I am living in abundance. I am living in overflow. I need you guys speaking these things because, see, there's power in your words. There's power in what you say. And let me tell you, they say speak or to spell. What spells are you placing into the atmosphere when you say these words? What are you placing out there for the positivity that you release to attach to? Because if you release negativity out of your mouth, believe me, negativity is coming your way. You hear the people that say, man, nothing ever happened good for me, but you never see anything good happen to them because they speaking it. Well, I'm going to tell you to say, everything is good in my life. Everything good is happening to me. Everything is wonderful. I am loved. I am happy. I am positive. I want you to go speak positivity over the ones that hurt you. I want you to change the way your life goes from today forth. Listen, I don't have any time left for today, but I want you guys to tune in next week and get the rest of this, or go ahead and order your copy of the book, Greater Thoughts, so that way you can go ahead and start picking these things up for yourself. It's a practice, everybody. This is a practice. It's not something that you just hear and then it just happens in your life. You have to practice this. I'm teaching you that this is through lessons. And see, the book Greater Thoughts going to use neuroscience, psychology, spirituality. And what it's going to do is going to take you through a process where You started a little bit and you gain a lot. And what I want you to do is I want you to gain a lot of momentum of changing your life from the way that you used to show up. Notice the key word, used to. You're not showing up like you used to show up anymore. You're showing up anew. So say, I am new. Don't be stuck in the old way. Say, I am new. I'm not showing up the way I used to. Remember, y'all, all success starts with a thought. Take your thoughts, turn them into action, and go be great. Happy Black History Month. God bless you. We'll see you next week.
This was about pushing my dreams away. Always creeping by me, feeling so confined. But in this journey, I'm crafting a stronger mind. Rise above the noise, let positivity reign. Each step I take, I conquer fear and pain. Greater thoughts echo through my mind. Uplifted, I soar, leaving shadows behind. Each word I speak, transforming my fate. In this untrapped mind, I am truly